and jelly does not go on pizza, man. Like it just don't go. Let's start there. But in
Nah, man, I think
2025,
the jelly nuggets on the pizza that go crazy.
I
No,
mean,
go
I can
ahead.
see with the sweet and salty combo with the crust, but let's move on though. But
Stop it. That's it.
it's my hot take, and it's just simple. In 2025, LA Knight has been better on the microphone than CM Punk, and that's just simple.
Mm.
I
Hmm.
mean, I can't disagree with it, honestly.
And to be fair though, that's not to say this dude LA Knight has been cutting uh iconic Austin 316 promos or anything like that, because he hasn't. But like actually doing a promo and believability, actually being somewhat entertaining, he's been doing way better than CM Punk. CM Punk only got like a couple things that he said this year that I was like, all right, that was tough. Everything else is I'm happy to be here. Dang, it's a nice paycheck now. Oh, they done upgraded the paycheck.
Yeah, I think CM Punk is a little content in his position.
I don't know. I would say when CM Punk and LA Knight had the promo battle, I think I think Punk got the better of him a little, not by much, but I do think he got the better of LA Knight. But I will agree that Punk's promos this year have been kind of up and down as far as intensity. That when he earlier this year when he was talking to Dwayne and slapped his arm, that was fire. He brought the intensity there, but there are times when it's just like, yeah. So I can understand where you're coming from. Um, I think LA Knight brings charisma every time. So even when his aren't like the most intense, there's he can still rely on his charisma in his promos.
Yeah, I don't necessarily disagree with the take, but to be honest, it might sound just a little different from what you guys are saying, but I would say him being better than Punk right now is not saying much because right now Punk is in like happy to be here mode. I feel like he finally completed the last main mission of his to win that world title, and now he's just like kind of doing side quests. So he's not really hungry as he used to be, like when he was like in the summer of Punk. So LA Knight,
Hold on. Well,
yeah,
I disagree with your disagreement because you say it don't mean nothing. But me being a wrestler, if I'm
yeah.
sitting, if I'm backstage, I don't get put in these storylines for real. I just get used as the person to put people over, and I'm really doing my best work. The person that's holding the title is representing our show and our brand. That should be the standard, bruh.
That's
The
true.
same
Yeah.
slack people
Nah,
give Cody for
facts.
being the leader on his show is the same slack he supposed to get.
No, facts. I don't think Punk has been doing great work on the mic this year too much either, besides like the one that Liz mentioned when he was slapping his arm and calling Rock a bald fraud. But
Yeah, no,
my
I
thing
like
is
that
I
when
don't
he
think
said he's gonna get rid of Hulk Hogan, but
yeah, but I don't think LA Knight's been doing nothing really too crazy. I think his best promo this year was the one he had when he was in front of Punk, but besides that he hasn't really been
I
doing
call
nothing too
cap.
great.
I
no,
call cap.
hold on. So I agree with what you're saying. I don't say he's not like doing good promos, but no matter what, bruh, no matter what you think, you shouldn't think that the dude who's not getting put in these big scenarios like CM Punk should be better than him by miles, bruh.
No, you're right. You're right. Absolutely.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna lie, like I disagree with that. LA Knight's best work was with CM Punk. I specifically remember a night where Cena came out there and cut a promo. Cody came out there and cut a promo. Randy came out there and cut a promo. LA Knight came out last and outshined all of them. That says something. When you're outperforming the people that are supposedly supposed to be mainstays and at the top, it does say something. It's not just a one off experience. He's been pretty consistent with this.
I know what you're speaking of. I just don't remember what he said, to be honest. I don't think he said anything too. I mean, to be honest, if you've seen one LA Knight promo this year, you've pretty much seen all of them because he says pretty much the same thing every time.
You could say the same
Like,
thing for anybody else.
you can't say that about Cena. It's not true.
Yes, I can.
You could probably say that about the like Cody. You could probably say that about like
Drew.
Randy.
a Drew McIntyre, like a Sami
Why
Zayn.
can't I say that about Cena?
Cena's not repetitive like these other guys I just named.
I wouldn't say Cena. I'm not going to say, I think we use words when we want to discredit people. If I wanted to discredit Cena, I would say he's repetitive, but I don't think he says things that are much different from what he says all the time.
I don't know.
He's usually going to give an honest outlook on how he feels about them as a performer on and off screen. That is usually his typical promo.
No, there's nothing wrong.
If it's not that, then we'll get Super Cena. But Cena said himself, he knew LA Knight outperformed him that night.
No, that's fine. I'm
He
saying,
said,
like,
yeah,
as far as Cena goes, there's nothing wrong with having a go-to formula of how you go about your promos. There's nothing wrong with having a catchphrase either. But my thing is, like, for example, Drew McIntyre, right? It's not even just the promos. The story he tells every time he goes out there on the microphone, it's the same thing. He's unsatisfied with management. He's feel like he got screwed over, and he's just gonna quote unquote crash out. He does the same thing, same time. LA Knight, in this instance, he pretty much goes out there and says, "Oh, I'm being overlooked, but it doesn't matter because I'm gonna go out there, I'm gonna do my thing." He says, "Yeah," and then he, goes to the ring and do his thing. But like, it's like, how many times are you gonna see that before it
his
gets
story has not
repetitive?
changed. His story
Who?
has not changed.
Who? LA
LA
Knight?
Knights, his story has not changed at all.
That's the
That's
problem
not on
then.
him.
But then, if his story hasn't changed, I feel like they're dragging it along too much
That's the
because
problem.
it's
Yeah.
starting to fizzle out. I mean, people are start. I'm not gonna say. I'm gonna say I stopped
Yeah.
caring like a couple months ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll
I
give him
think
his
that's it.
credit. I'll give him his credit. Like he's maintained his momentum because he's created a character. Like no matter how badly they book him, I feel like he's just that charismatic to where people just rock with his character. They don't really care about what story he's in or how he's being booked. They just like him and his character. So he's
Yeah.
gonna get that pop every time they hear that LA Knight at the top of his theme song, right? But it's only gonna you can only maintain that momentum for so long. Like we look how hot Jay Uso was last year. Now look at him now. People are turning on him. Like nothing lasts forever. So like
But
Yeah.
in the same token, like situations where people were turning on Jey Uso, they were asking for LA Knight in that position instead of Jay.
LA Knight
So
has out.
I don't necessarily think that a lot of people are like tired of LA. I think a lot of people are waiting for him to like finally get the opportunity.
If I no, but like I'm just saying,
bro,
LA Knight has outlasted all of them. As far as like when we're talking about holding momentum, I'm not gonna lie. LA Knight got it before Jay Uso really got it to that level. And he's still been consistent. He's still been here. When you say he sounds the same, a lot of Stone Cold's promos were the same. There wasn't that much variation. Stone Cold was pretty much, if you don't give me what I want, I'm gonna whoop on somebody. It was the same thing every night for the most part, especially for him as a babyface. I think that's just an excuse to overlook the fact that this dude is outperforming the people that are supposed to be our top stars. And it's saying a lot. The fact that he's outperforming Cody Rhodes on a regular basis says a lot. The fact that he's outperforming CM Punk on a regular basis says a lot. I digress.
I I think also when it comes to promo, for me, I think the most important part of the promo is the delivery. I think every time LA Knight delivers his promo, it's engaging, it's funny, it's like you, even though you kind of know what he's gonna say, you still want to hear it, and you still gonna end up saying the yeah. So I don't know. I think that's points towards him as far as his promos is the delivery, and then the sometimes being able to deliver that intensity in it, because he every time he delivers a promo, he going out there to compete. He's going out there to be hungry. So
Yeah, he sound like you want to be the best. So yeah, so I guess we all agree. This year, LA Knight has been better than CM Punk on that microphone. No doubt.
this year, yes, but
Yes.
I don't think Punk will still go down as all time, like one of the all time greats on a mic.
Absolutely, because he has that iconic, but like I'm not gonna lie. I think LA Knight gonna give people a run for their money.